we're at a real crisis point when it comes to biodiversity loss and climate change at the moment. And someone has likened the work that I do to a slightly crude analogy whereby somebody has put a load of babies into baskets into a river, and they're all floating downstream and approaching a waterfall. And my job is to stand at the waterfall and try and stop all these babies going over the waterfall. What we really need to do in the long term is stop that idiot putting babies into baskets in the river upstream. And that's your education piece. So where we are at the moment is that we're really in crisis mode. You're firefighting constantly to make sure that we have enough natural capital left in the world to be able to deal with the climate change crisis that are happening and that are coming around the corner even more severely. In the long term, we need that education piece and a complete societal shift. And that involves civil society, it involves business, it involves NGOs, it involves governments, it involves absolutely everybody. We need the public to marvel at nature, to want to protect it, to vote for politicians that put the planet first, to make conscious consumer decisions. We need all that to happen. We need politicians to think beyond their 4 or 5 year voting cycles and make the types of regulatory decisions that protect the planet in perpetuity. We need businesses to put their money where their mouth is and properly green their production and their supply chains. We need financiers to invest in the types of industries that are giving a return to the planet as well as just to their shareholders. And it's all of those things together that's kind of forced me out of my comfort zone, just being on the field and really start trying to push this agenda, this green agenda that we need. Because over 50% of global GDP is moderately or highly dependent upon nature. If we lose nature, we lose humanity. Over a third of all of our crops are dependent on pollination services from insects. If we lose our insects, we lose all our crops. So we need this. And that has pushed me into the media. It's pushed me into the boardrooms of big business. It's pushed me into the offices of parliamentarians to try and make sure that everyone is fighting for the planet. I kind of think that everybody on Earth should be a conservationist, because being a conservationist is about being for the planet. And if you're not for the planet, then what are you for, really?